What's up? This is Lauren. I'm a story brand strategist coming to you from the Bronx, New York City. Quite literally, because I haven't gotten on a plane yet. And this is another quick tip video for those of you out there who might be writing your own sales copy, or maybe you're even working with a copywriter. This is something very, very important that annoys the hell out of me when people don't realize this. And remember, I don't like people, so things do annoy me quite easily. Copywriting is a mix of art and science, okay? Mix of art and science. I believe that Ryan in the course has even said that copywriting is a mix of art and science. So no matter how many little data points that you get, if you're a tech nerd, there are just some things that you kind of need to get by kind of interacting with people, which is kind of cool, using things like the deep dive survey to find out more about the individuals that you will be writing to based on what bucket they land in. But because copy is an art and a science, and something that may have worked at that moment may not work in the next moment, you have to understand when you are testing out your Ask Method surveys, when you're testing out your Ask Method funnels, and you can't get sales, or your sales are not as high, or you want to try to get more sales, that sometimes the process might be changing what's going on in a copy, the approach of the sales copy in your particular funnel. Now, just because you have even the best copywriters in the world writing for your Ask Method funnel doesn't mean that they're going to pull out winners. For example, there's a very famous direct response company called Agora Financial. They make over $500 million a year, and they hire the best copywriters in the world to write for them. Do you know what their failure rate is in producing copy? Now, this is a company that actually physically mails out mail and does digital marketing as well. You know what their failure rate for their copy? 75%. That means only 25% of the copy that is produced out of Agora is actually successful. 75% of the copy produced by the top copywriters in the world are failures. And this is a company that is the most successful direct response companies in the world. Why? Because copywriting is a mix of an art or a science. So sometimes you might be launching an ask funnel, you connected all the dots correctly, and you can't understand why you can't get any sales, or why you can't seem to increase your sales. It might be a copy issue. It might be a messaging issue. It might be you misinterpret what actually was going on in your DDS in the first place. So understanding this as you go on, even some of you who will eventually hire copywriters to write the copy for you, understand that it is a mix of art and science. You have to test these things. If you're not willing to test and put money up for testing, then there's nothing any copywriter can help you with. There's nothing that I, as a marketing consultant and copywriter, can help you with. You got to be willing to test the copy or the suggestions that I or someone else might give you, and understand that there's no 100% rate of success. If one of the best direct response agencies in the world, best companies in the world that makes over $500 million a year, has a failure rate of 75%, what do you think your chances are? So keep that in mind as you might be going through the process of writing your own copy, or hiring a copywriter that is copywriting and writing sales copy, especially in a direct response tradition, which is what you should all be doing for the Ask Method. It's a mix of an art and a science. The more information we get, the better we can do it, but it's still a mix of art and science. There's a great chance of failure. What we're trying to do is reduce as much of that failure as possible. But if you do fail, understanding that it's not the end of the world, that you just have to try again, is going to have to be a part of your mantra. Just like Ryan says in the program, you just got to be willing to optimize and try and try and try again. And eventually you're going to get some success. So do not be discouraged. Understand that's the way it works. If you're working with any freelance copywriter or marketing consultant who deals with coming up with campaigns or writing copy, understand that failure is always a part of the equation. But if you stand the test of time, if you're willing to test and try, then you're more likely going to have success. All right. See you guys later at the Ask Method, Ask Live situation. Deuces.